So I thought I'd literally just create a video explaining what my life essentially looks like, because people, like most people will know, like I don't do YouTube full time. I mean, you could probably grasp that fact, even if it's your first time watching. But sort of like what my life looks like, and I don't know, like sort of just explaining my mindset. Because yeah, I work a 9 to 5, painting cars. I do that Monday to Friday, from 6:15 to 2:45 or 6:30 to 3 o'clock. It really depends. And then Monday to Friday, like, I'm just from work. I'm just going to the gym most of the time, training on Saturdays, and then when I'm not at work or the gym, I record a video. You know, like I don't have highly edited videos or nothing like that. I'm just me, and I speak on this a lot. I just do what I want to do. I don't really fall into like the trap of doing what the algorithm wants me to do, because I've done stuff where I'll do it just because it suits the algorithm and shit like that. But essentially, like, I wasn't happy doing it. It felt like a chore. Like, you know, sometimes I'm like, oh shit, like I gotta record a video or whatever. I know they're super short, you know, like 10 minutes maximum most of the time, but yeah, like it doesn't feel like a chore, because I like what I do. I'm creating videos that I want to make. And yeah, you know, like I have an apprenticeship, sorry. I'm just a first year at painting cars. If you follow me on Instagram, or if you know me, because sometimes I'll post like the shit I'm doing. Is that the end goal? Absolutely not. Though I love the job, I want to say I love it. No, like I don't hate it either. I used to, but that's because I was believing the bullshit that everyone was spreading, and I let them just infect my brain with their own personal opinions. And like for some people, is hard to grasp. It's hard to like grasp the fact if you're not there doing it, because a lot of these people, you know, like they'll put a bad reputation on a 9 to 5. I always say it's not the best thing in the world. Absolutely not. It's not the dream. That's why I wanna, you know, create content full time. But not because I hate my job, but it's just not my passion. That's essentially what it boils down to. And people will try and like put their own opinions on you and sort of tell you what your life is. I've had people say like, oh no, like they tricked me into believing that my life was shit when it wasn't, just because I worked a 9 to 5. And when you have, you know, 20 people telling you that every single day, you do start to believe it. But like, I'm just a normal guy, to be honest. Like, I'll always be a normal guy, just doing normal, you know, guy things. You know, like I'm trying to, you know, like make it out, essentially, you know, like achieve my dreams. But because I used to do these side hustles. Again, I've spoken this before. I used to do side hustles, but I was doing that alongside a 9 to 5. And a lot of these guys that do side hustles, they don't work a 9 to 5, because in the head it, you know, like makes them less of a man and all this shit. So I was working my 9 to 5, coming home, putting more hours into, you know, whatever side hustle I was doing at the time, because I'd done 2. And I'm thinking, like, oh, like, I don't know if I'm doing enough. Like, I'm only putting in 4 or 5 hours on top of, you know, like my 9 to 5 and going to the gym. And these guys are putting out like, oh yeah, I'm hustling, I'm working super hard. You know, like it's 6 o'clock and I'm still working. It's 7 o'clock, I'm still working. 8 o'clock, still working. But they're waking up at 9, 10 o'clock. And I've been awake since 4:30. I've been to the gym. I've done a full day's work at my 9 to 5. And now I'm coming home and doing this. So that social media is not real. It's all bullshit. It's all just a facade. 99% of people, they just want to sell a certain lifestyle, and make themselves out to be these people that they're not. They want people to believe that they're, like the dream version in their head. So they'll be like, oh yeah, I made this much money today. Oh yeah, I made this much money today. Like, fucking, like I could go on and on and on, but I don't want to sound like a hater. But a lot of people, I don't know how many of you guys, probably none of you to be honest. You know them people that will like post their Stripe payments, which is that a payment thing that a lot of these online money guys will use. They'll put like, oh yeah, it's 10 o'clock and I've already made £1,000. They probably made the sale 4 months ago and it's just people paying their next installment. They haven't actually made £1,000 that day. Technically, they haven't. Is that they made that £1,000 4 months ago, but just now that the payments are coming through. In you'll look at that and, as someone, I understand it. Why I know they're all just, bullshitters and liars and stuff like that. But as somebody that doesn't understand that, you look at that and you're like, fuck, like, I'm so far behind in life. But, like me, I'm past that shit. I'm past it all. And I just want to be known as like, just like the chill guy that just doesn't do no bullshit and stuff like that. Just a relatable guy, because I have the time to, do some crazy edits on these videos, but I just don't want to. I don't want to, and I could have this mad structure and shit like that, where I'm there like, oh yeah, like Mondays I do this, Tuesdays I do that, but I don't want to. I just want to do what I'm doing now. Is like, I had this thought, and like I was, driving home from the gym today, and I had this thought like I'm doing all right, like I'm doing enough. If you watch someone else's show too much, you'll start to think and question about your own life. Sometimes it's good because I used to watch, like certain YouTubers and stuff like that. And it'll be like a Wednesday and they'll go shopping or whatever. I'm like, oh, I can never do that. Like, I'd really love to be able to just, jump on a train and go to London, but I'll never be able to. But I could, at the weekend, but I could never do that on a Wednesday unless I book holiday. And I was thinking, like dreaming and complaining and shit like that. And then essentially, like, I watched enough of it and I was like, oh, look, I want to take action. And I guess these are the sort of videos that I would need at the time. Is just somebody that isn't selling a bullshit life or nothing like that. I'm just me. I'm just Adam Hurd. Now I sit down and like I watch films. I watch YouTube. I watch football. I watch boxing. And there's a group of people now that will look at you and say like, oh yeah, like you're slacking, bro. You're slacking. Because it's fucked. But like, it got to the point where, a year ago, 2 years ago, yeah, like maybe even 3 years ago, when I was 18, 18, 19, 20, around that age, I wouldn't watch any TV, because if I watched TV, I was like, oh shit, like, so-and-so said like, oh, if you watch TV, you're a degenerate and shit like that. And now I'm looking, years later, everyone's trying to, the people that I talk to, everyone's trying to make the same sort of content that I'm making. They're all going to the club. They're all drinking alcohol, but they're telling me they weren't going to drink alcohol and alcohol is bad and all this shit. So it's all bullshit. So I've said it before and I say it again. Just do what you want to do. And people will respect you for it. Like, even, for guys and girls, like, if you're chatting to, because I was speaking about this with my mates the other day. Like, if you're, for the guys, if you're talking to a girl or a boy, if you're a guy talking to a girl talking to a guy, or whatever, is up to you. And like, there's this weird shit where people are, oh yeah, if they take 1 hour to reply, I'll take 2 hours, or if they take 10 minutes, I'll take 20 minutes. All that shit, I don't give a fuck about none of that. Like, if I want to double text them, I'll double text them. If I want to reply after 1 minute and they've left me undelivered for 8 hours, I'll do it. I don't give a fuck. Like, just, I don't know, like, without even realising, you're sort of just boxing yourself in, and you're not human, because you're just trying to follow some, like, strict lifestyle that people that don't even know you exist do. And I don't know. I don't even know what I'll title this video. I don't know. Shit, I don't fucking know, man. But I just do what I want. And I'm a lot happier for it. I don't give a fuck what people say. Because I know the work that I'm putting in. Because sometimes I'm there like, oh, like, am I doing enough? Like, I just record a 10-minute video. And that's all I'm doing, working on my dream. But nah, like, the dream isn't just to create YouTube videos and be a YouTuber. I want to be in good shape. I want to enjoy the gym, and there's so much to it. But people think just about the money side of things. And in order to become the man that I want to be, it's more than just blowing up on YouTube. You know, like, I don't know, like, maybe I'm not doing enough. Maybe I should be planning, fucking 2-hour shoots after work and all this shit, but I don't want to. Like, the dream for me is just to set up a camera and that's it. That's it, because it's easy to compare yourself to someone that are many chapters ahead than you. This is just a start for me. Like, I've worked Monday to Friday. I go to the gym, spend time with my family. I'm doing enough, but sometimes it's like, oh, like, am I doing enough? Well, I want to be a YouTuber, but I record a 10-minute video like every other day. Is that enough? I don't know. But all it takes for me to get that breakthrough moment is just to be myself. Because that's what I want people to. That's why I want people to watch this channel. Because, like, oh yeah, like, I'm around the age of 21 and I work a 9 to 5 and I want to do this, I want to do that. Or people just watch because they like me. Like, I'm a likable guy. I don't know. Yeah, but that's really what I had to say today. And this video will be going out Monday, I think. I don't know. But I hope you guys enjoyed anyway.